Pressure's on.
I've only got a minute. My office is knee-deep in paperwork. I've got an appointment at 11 o'clock I can't miss. And I'm sure I'll hear from Jeremiah again.
If you go out that door today, you're crazy.
Why?
I just read your horoscope, and it's a very bad day for Scorpios, especially if their moon is in Taurus.
I don't believe in any of that.
Well, why not?
Because I'm a Scorpio, and Scorpios are skeptical. Where were you?
I was up by your house. I was waiting across the street.
This? Where's my car?
Well, sir, this is now your car. It's the budget cut. Now, the gas savings alone...
All right, all right, all right. There.
Let me... There. See, it does.
Good. The next cutback is going to be the size of the police commissioner.
Well, sir, we're a little bit early, but there he is.
Wait here. I told him I'd meet him alone.
It looks like the impact killed him, sir, when the car hit the water.
Anything unusual found in the car?
No, sir, just an empty briefcase.
All right, let's get over to Patterson's
Your office
office
told me
right
I'd
now.
find you here.
Hello, Marietta.
Don't you hi Marietta me, we're late.
Late?
Yes. Didn't the mayor tell you?
No.
He told me I was to drag you there if you didn't come of your own
Marietta,
free will.
I'm investigating a murder.
Murder of the city, that's what.
DiMaggio,
DiMaggio?
No relation.
get the mayor on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's
Marietta,
there.
you see that wet car? We
200
just pulled it.
people
I
are
don't
waiting
care if there's
for you.
2,000.
Sir, the mayor.
Bill,
Tell him I'm here.
will you tell Marietta Galway I can't possibly...
Of course you can. You can do anything you want to. You're the commissioner.
I can't. The key witness against Patterson just went in the drink.
Oh, Bill is a dear, but just hang up.
Shh. Then get the deputy mayor to take her
200
problem.
people are waiting for him.
Bill, listen.
DiMaggio. Must be a member of the...
All right.
Oh, Stuart, come on. I've got the taxi waiting.
DiMaggio.
Yes, sir.
I want that car checked in the lab from stem to stern.
All right, Stuart, you're a dear.
And pick me up.
You bet.
The impending destruction of the historic old Sanders Street public market to make way for a police station. Oh, I'm very happy to present Commissioner Stuart Mcmillan, our police commissioner. No, I'm not. It's all his fault. If the police commissioner hadn't thrust a dagger into the heart of the city and twisted it around. Commissioner Stuart Mcmillan.
All of you love San Francisco, old San Francisco, and so do I. But new San Francisco is rising like a fine souffle. And you can't make a souffle without breaking eggs.
But you don't need to break the hearts of all.
Now, if you'll look at that map over there, you'll see that the only place large enough for a police station in the 5th precinct is, I'm sorry to say, that old market.
Patterson's office, right?
Right.
So how'd it go?
How long you been with me, Sergeant?
Oh, about 3 weeks, sir, ever since Sergeant Enright became Lieutenant Enright.
In another 3 weeks, you'll know that when public relations gets in the way of police business, you won't have to ask how it went.
I was in this office meeting with some architects, 5 or 6 of them.
No doubt. And you probably had to ask them the time while you were taking a pill or making a call to Mexico City. Patterson, I want to know where you were all morning. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Did I hear wrong? I thought you said Mulvaney drove into the bay at 11.
Mulvaney was killed earlier. The car was rigged to take a dive.
You're kidding. You're not kidding.
You're the one he was going to testify against. You're the only one with a motive.
I'm the one who wasn't there.
I've got the car in the lab.
If the lab says the car's clean, then Mulvaney took the dive on his own. He was depressed.
On the contrary, Mulvaney was feeling quite social, ready to party with 23 guys. The grand jury investigating you. Crooked building inspector murdered before he could pull the chain on a crooked contractor. How does that grab you?
Relax, Commissioner. Have a touch of the grape. Then go out, figure how I pushed Mulvaney in the bay when I was here 5 miles away. Hey, don't get sore.
Call the man a murderer and he offers me a drink.
Sir,
I want that coroner's report, and I want to go over that car personally.
Right away, sir.
Where's my car?
Well, sir, that's what I was trying to explain to you. We don't have it. It was stolen.
It was stolen?
Yes, sir.
Well, where were you?
I went for pizza.
You went for a pizza?
Yes, sir.
Did you report it?
Oh, yeah, it's on the wires.
Oh, good.
Oh, but before I went to get the pizza, your secretary called.
Don't tell me. The IRS is going to give me an audit.
No, sir.
I'm due at the dentist.
No, sir.
I'm overdrawn at the bank.
No, sir.
Well, what is it then?
Well, a woman called your office from the airport in some kind of trouble.
Oh, who? Marietta?
No, name of, Ellen Mandrake.
Ellen Mandrake. Old friend.
Oh.
So was her father. Call me a cab.
Yes, sir. Oh, taxi! Taxi, oh! Bye.
Western National, flight number 202, is now boarding at gate 3. Western National, flight 202, is now boarding at gate 3. Global Airways, flight number 30 for New York, is ready for departure at Gate 2. Global Airways flight number 30 for New York is ready for departure at Gate 2.
Mac.
Hello, Ella.
Mac. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you.
You look okay, are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, good.
How's your father?
Oh, he's just fine. He talks about you every now and then. You know, I think you were his favorite student.
I know he was my favorite teacher.
Oh, he'll be so pleased that I ran into you. What a coincidence.
Coincidence? My secretary called, said you were in trouble.
No, having trouble finding a hotel room.
Oh.
I'm in town for a trade show, and, well, I thought maybe you might have some... Oh, Mac, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here.
Not at all. You're the first good thing that's happened to me all day.
Thanks. Do you think maybe you could make a phone call to the hotel?
You mean, would they have room for the commissioner? Maybe.
Western National
Oh,
flight
you,
number
here.
64 from Hawaii is now arriving at Gate 5.
Thank you.
Western National flight number 64 from Hawaii is now arriving at Gate 5.
You know, I don't recall your father ever calling a hotel room when I stopped at your doorstep with my sea bag and $3 in my pocket. Agatha, me. Make up the spare room.
Oh, no, Mac.
Can, and I
can't.
insist.
Not
yes,
for a
we have a
whole
guest. We'll
week.
be right there. Bye.
Mac, you're a dream. And you always were. You and Sally.
Where's your luggage?
Here.
He'll be here any minute, bringing a house guest. Good. He needs keeping busy.
Yeah, I think you're right, Agatha. But you know, I never noticed him down or anything like that.
You won't. You know, I've been here over a year now, since a week after Mrs. Mcmillan, the plane crash. And you know, you'd never guess how he felt unless you came on him and he thought he was alone.
Well, I think he's coming along just fine. Shh, I think he's here.
Who's that, Charlie? Who's coming along fine?
DiMaggio, sir. I think he's just about broken in.
Well, he only had my car stolen once. Ellen, this is Charlie Enright, once my assistant. Agatha,
do?
my housekeeper.
Hello.
Ellen Mandrake.
Come on, honey. I just put some fresh straw on your nest. Come on.
Agatha.
Oh, what a lovely room.
Between us, the other bed's more comfortable.
What happened to the commissioner's other housekeeper?
Oh, my sister Mildred. She inherited a diner and moved east. What do you do?
I'm a sales rep for a luggage firm.
Oh, glad to hear that. It says here, Ellen Mandrake, suedes and leather. I thought maybe you were kinky.
Agatha.
Did you ever wear yellow? You could get lucky with yellow.
Where's DiMaggio?
Oh, he's out tracking down your car, sir, so I came over with the autopsy report on Mulvaney.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there was a phone call from that weirdo, Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you want me to do something about that, sir?
No. Waiters get bunions. Police commissioners get threats. This report is inconclusive.
Well, it says that Mulvaney didn't drown, that he was killed by a blow to the head. Now, that supports your theory, according to DiMaggio.
Theory. That car whipped right past me, and that man looked dead, which is no evidence. Doc Baines says he died from a blow on the head, which could have happened when he hit the water or before. And unfortunately for my theory, the crime lab says the car was not rigged. Absolutely normal.
But you and DiMaggio saw the car start up, drive toward the water, with no one around it.
Which, added to an unrigged car, means that Mulvaney was driving. Now, how does a dead man do that? How did Patterson manage it?
I don't know, sir. But we'll figure it out. You'll figure it out, or you and DiMaggio will figure it out. How's DiMaggio doing?
Oh, he's just fine. You really picked a good one.
Well, that's terrific.
Don't you like your new job? Assistant chief of plans and personnel?
Oh, sure I do. Challenge, responsibility, money, a desk. It's a little lonely at the top. I really wish I was back here working with you, sir.
Yeah, we had a lot of laughs. Exciting times. We all miss you, Charlie. No, I miss you.
Ditto, darn it.
George,
Commissioner, having fun?
congratulations. You guys did a first-rate job.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Excuse me.
Sir.
Stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old tree.
I knew if there was a piano anyplace, you'd be at it.
Mac.
I know this is my line of duty, but what are you doing here?
Ted brought me. Theodore Jenner, Stuart Mcmillan, my host.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Ted provides most of the hides for our line.
All quality hides.
Ted. Oh, Ted. Folks want some tickets?
I'm sorry. I'll be back in just a minute.
Isn't that the song your father used to play?
Yes, and poorly. Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. You're not singing. Come on, Mac. Mac, come on, sing with me. Right here. Bye, blackbird. No one here can love and understand me. Oh, what heart-like stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. I drink.
Here we are, right here. Cheers. The guy who put this up thought he was going to be a tropical fish wholesaler, but a bankruptcy convinced him to be a saloon keeper.
Well, if all else fails, we can always have a few laughs by staring back at our finny friends.
Look over here.
Mac, look, there's a piranha. I've never seen one.
Neither have I. They don't look dangerous.
Neither do you. The Venus flytrap, the coral snake, attractive but potentially lethal, like a police commissioner. You are the,
Stuart McMillan. Ellen Mandrake.
how do you do?
How do you do?
Phillip Bainbridge.
I'm going to find Ted and the buffet. Excuse me.
See you later.
Bye. She'll find out. The only fresh protein here is swimming in these tanks.
You here for the luggage investment?
No, not exactly. I'm in personal service.
Personal service.
Yes, I'm an expediter. I handle problem areas, take care of surplus personnel.
I've been a cop too long. It sounds like a hitman.
Oh, I hate that term. It's like calling Nureyev a hoofer or Freud a shrink.
I trust you here on a vacation.
Oh, I'm afraid not.
Do you always check with the police commissioner when you hit a city?
No, I've never done that before. But, I have to do something to put a little zing in the work. These past few years, things... I'm not boring you, am I?
Not really.
Of course, some of the challenge comes from what we used to call in platform diving the difficulty factor of the target.
And who is the target? But then I don't suppose you care to tell me who that is.
Why not? And when I've decided on a method, I'll let you know that as well.
And the target?
It's you, Commissioner.
somebody get that? I'm on eggs and toast and coffee.
What's a three-letter word for table scraps?
Ort.
What's this, breakfast for 10?
Well, that girl's a little skinny. I thought if I build her up a little bit, you might, Yeah, well.
Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for apartment 2.
This is it. Who do you want?
Oh, well, you wouldn't know. Ellen Mandrake.
Yeah, this is the place. Come in.
It is?
Yes, I'll see if she's out of bed.
Oh, please don't go to any, your relative.
No, just a friend. Come in.
Well, she and I, tonight, we had a... Oh, but I was just on my way to the trade show, and I thought maybe she'd want a lift. You're her boss.
Oh, just a friend.
I interrupted. Just tell her that when she gets out of bed, or before, Jack Fillmore can't make it tonight.
Mr. Fillmore...
Morning, Mac. Agatha.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Did you sleep okay?
Bed's marvelous.
Oh, a man named Jack Fillmore just came by. Said to tell you he can't make it tonight.
I left this address at his hotel. He was supposed to pick me up.
And you also forgot to tell him that if a man answers, don't go away mad.
Oh, dear. Jack was one of my best customers. Worse than that, I'm stuck with 2 tickets to the expanding universe.
What?
A rock group.
Oh.
Look at you two. Like you've been having breakfast together for years.
Agatha, I can get you a job with an elderly recluse who throws jelly bread at the walls.
What'd I do?
Mac, you wouldn't happen to be free tonight about 9 o'clock?
No, I've got some paperwork to catch up with. Where?
Civic Auditorium.
I gotta get dressed. See you then.
See? I told you yellow was lucky.
Agatha, this is orange.
Well, that's good, too.
Building. Find out anything about Bainbridge?
The man who threatened you with the aquarium. Yes, sir. No arrest record anywhere we can find.
Yeah. Probably just another harmless crank.
I'm afraid not, sir. No arrest record, but Scotland Yard tried. So did Interpol and the police in Miami, Houston.
Well, if there's no arrest record, then why?
Well, apparently when things happened, he was around. You know, in Manchester, when that milling magnate fell into the machinery, he was working in the plant. And then he was water skiing in Nassau when that French ambassador, what's his name?
Oh, Duval.
Duval, right, when he was cut in half by a drawbridge. And then the poisoning in Minneapolis, an electronics man. And a politician in Phoenix was bitten by a rattlesnake in his bedroom. Want to hear more?
No. Sounds like an all-around sportsman to me.
You know, it's funny. There's no method of operation here. Every crime is different.
An artist never does 2 jobs alike.
Oh, sir, Lieutenant Enright's putting 2 men on you round the clock.
Call it off. If that would do any good, Bainbridge wouldn't have warned me.
Whatever you say, sir.
Were any of those victims warned?
Not that we know of. Sir, are you in any danger?
Maybe from your brother-in-law's car, but not from Bainbridge. He told me once he figured out a plan, he'd let me know. So until he does, I'm not going to worry about it.
Count on that, sir?
You can count on him. Phillip Bainbridge is a game player. Once he sets the rules, he has to play by them.
I got tenants waiting to move in. And it's costing me $6,000 a day to carry this building empty. But you're the building inspector. It's your responsibility. I want my CO, and I want it now.
And I say you don't get your certificate of occupancy as long as the windows keep popping out of this place.
That's police business.
It is when the police have to close the streets, which they've done twice already.
I'm putting double seals on the windows.
Let me know when you're through.
Meanwhile, give me my CO. Let my people start moving in.
That has been done, Mac.
Not as long as this building is a hazard.
Yeah, and not as long as it happens to be owned by somebody you've got it in for, right? You think that I put Mulvaney in the drink, and it bothers you that I was across town when it happened.
I'll tell you what. You start with your seals, street side first. So what are we talking about?
Thursday.
All right, so we have a meeting Thursday. Get your safety people here, and if everything's satisfactory, he gets a certificate. Fair enough?
Thanks a lot.
That has got to be the baldest tire in town.
Actually, it's a slow leak. See, my brother-in-law's not much on maintenance.
No, it's not the baldest tire in town.
Well, you know, they don't call him Gino the Cheap for nothing.
What kind of insurance does Gino have?
Oh, the best. My cousin Tony's a great salesman.
Hello, Commissioner. I've found in my travels that shoes shined across the street from police headquarters are unexcelled for quality, service, and price.
Yes, Pepe is an artist, but that's not what made you choose this location.
It's not.
How many times did you have to shine these before I showed up, Pepe?
Only twice. Well done. I did want to see you, and I don't like to go into police stations.
You should get over that. You might be able to suffocate me in a roll-top desk.
Do you have a roll-top desk?
No, you'd have to bring it with you. What did you want to see me about?
Was wondering if you could have dinner with me tonight.
We'll have to make it early. Say 6:30.
Fine. My plan for you is almost worked out. I want to tell you about it. What's a good place for salmon and king crab?
Falaise?
Decent cellar?
Or seafood?
6:30 then. I'd like 2 dozen trumpeter lilies, please.
Oh, they're out of season.
Well, surely not everywhere.
Well, New Orleans.
We'll fly them in. I'd like 2 dozen a day until I say stop. Credit card be all right?
That'd be fine.
Without flowers, what's a hotel room?
Or a funeral. How much is this?
$18.95. Put them on my bill.
Sure.
$6:30.
I mean, who wants to eat alone? But dinner with a man who's out to kill you and says so? Honestly.
Maggie's right, sir.
Oh, by the way, Marietta Galway called.
Yeah, terrific. Well, on second thought, if it could lead us to his employer,
No, you find the employer after you nail the hired hand.
Yes, sir. Have you read the Bainbridge material?
Yeah. Every case different. Every weapon, too. But there seems to be a pattern. He always gets involved in his victim's life. Business associate, tennis partner, chauffeur, goes out with a daughter.
By the way, did I tell you Mary
Yes,
had to
you
go
did.
away? Commissioner Mcmillan's office. It's Jeremiah. You know, the one who's been calling all these months.
Hello? He hung up.
He never stays on long. He's afraid of a trace.
Commissioner, why don't you let me put a trace box in here?
Because I don't overreact to cranks. Except maybe there might be a connection. Yeah, Charlie, go ahead.
Thank you.
Hello? Oh, yeah, Max. I'll be right there. Max Braun from the crime lab says he found something in the car they fished out of the bay. Do you think if I asked Bainbridge nicely, he'd put my contract on hold so I could put a nail on Patterson?
Maggie, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
He's never been up against anyone tougher.
Well, we can't let him go out there alone.
And he'd never let us.
So we don't ask.
Does DiMaggio work nights?
He does tonight.
I thought you said the car was clean.
It was, Commissioner, but you were so sure. Well, I got to thinking about the briefcase. It was empty, you see. Now, why would a man want to carry an empty briefcase?
To pick up something, only he got killed first.
There were no fingerprints, Mac. None. Not even under the handle. We always find fingerprints under the handle and on the lock. It was wiped clean. Funny.
Funny.
Well, I went over that briefcase the way the controller goes over your budget, and I found something. Here, take a look inside. No, hold it up to the light. There. You see 4 tiny holes in the bottom?
Yeah. What made them? Ice pick? Church key? Nail?
That's just it. Those holes were made by a sharp instrument not designed for making holes. They're irregular, go in slightly different directions, sort of bent.
Bent?
And I wondered, what are they for? Wires, maybe, leading to the car's starter motor with a timing device. Only
where are they? Wires? Batteries? Starter? Can't make them out of sugar, can you?
No, sir. Do you have any ideas?
No. But I'm having dinner with an expert.
4 holes, huh? It's an interesting problem. I'll give it some thought. Try and come up with an answer.
During my lifetime, I trust.
Right now, my business needs my full attention.
That complicated, huh?
Well, if I'd wanted an orderly existence, I'd have bought into a fried chicken franchise.
A quiet life calls for just as much courage and character.
True. My admiration is boundless for the man who day after day can look tranquility in the eye. Why put this splendid Batard Montclair in the hands of an imposter?
Beg your pardon?
Isn't that Sergeant DiMaggio there?
No relation.
If you ever play this part again, try to present the pulled cork with the bottle.
Thank you.
Really, Commissioner? Did you think I was going to poison you over the cafe filter?
I mean, he wasn't my idea.
Although I do vaguely recall a man killed by an exploding espresso machine.
You should recall that clearly. We were sitting at the next table.
You do your homework.
You bet.
Well, shall we dispatch the sergeant for a bottle of Chateau d'Yquem 55?
You have a generous employer.
No, I'm simply trying to pick a wine suiting to the challenge.
Very flattering. Are you trying to blush me to death, or is it something else? Okay. Your plan.
I thought you'd never ask. going to be a first for me, Mac. And I find the prospect exciting. I'm going to kill you in self-defense. That way there'll be no sneaking around, no alibi to go wrong, nothing.
I could write a letter.
Yes. And you could arrest me right now. I assume threatening a police commissioner is a crime here.
That's right.
But you're Mcmillan. You don't write a letter or arrest someone when they threaten you. You have pride. Too much pride.
Too much pride to let you get away with it.
You're not going to let me get away with anything, Mac. But I am going to do it.
No way.
That's it. Two men, each determined to win the game, and for high stakes.
On both sides.
Let's toast the winner. Sergeant, the wine list, please.
Thanks for the company, Mac. You know, you weren't very good company.
I know. I'm sorry.
Was it the music?
No.
Me?
No, it wasn't you, Ellen. I'm just a little preoccupied. Police business.
Well, I guess I can't do anything about that. So, I'll say good night.
Good night. See you in the morning.
Well, did you young people have a nice time? Did you? She's in bed already? Well, couldn't have been an evening for the old memory book.
Why would a killer tell his victim of his plans?
Listen, I don't ask you about the washing cycle, so don't give me your cops and robbers stuff.
Agatha, I can't find my nightgown.
Now you're talking.
Agatha, did you?
Did I what?
Did you put her nightgown in my bedroom?
You know, if you put your mind to it, you could have a dirty one.
Morning, Mac.
Morning.
Sleep okay?
Not great.
Sorry. Oh, Mac. I want to give a small thank you party for some customers tonight. Do you know where I can get a private room with a decent bar?
Well, I'm sure any of the good hotels. This is a decent bar. Why not have them here? I love parties. Lots of people. I have to go to a budget meeting, but...
You promise to drop by afterwards?
Sure.
In that case, okay. Thanks, Mac. See you tonight.
You two are never going to get together if you don't even eat together.
Love will find a way.
Look, you're Scorpio and she's Libra. Now, that makes a very good combination. Unless she's not on the cusp. Do you happen to know if she's on the cusp?
I'm going to hit you on the cusp in a minute.
I'll get the door.
Phone. Hello?
Ellen?
Good morning, Agatha.
Good morning.
Hear me well, Mcmillan. You deserve to die.
We have a bad connection. You'll have to speak slower. Marietta, call the office and have them trace this call. Hurry up. Are you sure you have the right number? Which Mcmillan do you want?
Police Commissioner Stuart Mcmillan.
Yes, this is he.
This is Jeremiah. Here's today's message. Injustice is easy to bear. What stings is absolute justice.
Why, that's wonderful. Ambrose Bierce, isn't it?
Not to my knowledge.
Mark Twain, perhaps. Yes, it was Mark Twain. Let me see. He said that...
We've talked long enough.
The report will go to your office.
Good.
About the police station.
Call my secretary. I haven't got time.
I've got a marvelous idea how to save the market. Put the police station in the bay. On a barge.
That's wonderful. Agatha, get her some coffee.
Cream and sugar.
Anything?
No, not yet. You're late.
Had to take a taxi. Where's DiMaggio?
I don't know.
Can you type?
You're getting edgy. You really think Patterson pushed Mulvaney into the bay?
Yes, but I have two problems. One, I can't prove it, and two, I don't know how he did it. Maybe that's one problem.
Well, Enright found 2 witnesses who saw them together that morning.
What time?
That's the bad news. Just before 9. That's 2 hours before...
I know when it happened. Any other calls?
Ah, you are edgy. No other calls.
Did Phillip Bainbridge call?
No.
Damn.
That bothers you?
Yes, it bothers me. Yes?
Jeremiah, sir, I got the report on him. Let's go.
Where to?
Berkeley, sir.
Berkeley.
This Jeremiah guy turns out to be an English professor by the name of Charles Whalen.
What's his beef with me? Bad grammar?
No, sir. His son was picked up about 6 months back on a suspicion of robbery, and it seems he hanged himself in his holding cell.
Well, that could unhinge anybody.
I know, but why blame the police commissioner?
Well, who is he going to blame? The fire commissioner?
What can I say? I'm sorry. I am truly sorry that it happened. But it's over. I mean, it is over. Now that I see you, you're a person, not just a name, a voice. No, it's all over with. But you see, I did have this compulsion.
Mr. Whalen, would you be willing to see a psychiatrist?
I've already made an appointment with the university
All right, I want that
psychiatric...
appointment kept, and I want the psychiatrist to confirm to my office when you've begun therapy. It's dangerous business, you know, threatening to kill somebody.
Well, I didn't do that. Oh, I couldn't. What I said was, you deserved to die. Now, there is a difference.
Maybe to an English professor.
Well, I simply couldn't kill anyone. I couldn't do it.
Sometimes people who can't hire somebody else.
What?
A hired killer, a hitman.
I am an associate professor, Commissioner. I can't even afford a gardener.
I don't know about that.
So how long are you going to be here?
Just a few more days.
Hi.
Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, your police commissioner
This a raid?
and host, Stuart Mcmillan.
Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard.
Come on, I'll get you a drink. I'm not going to introduce you to everyone because it's too late for you to remember their names anyway.
Scotch and soda. Tall.
Hello, Mac.
Hello, Phillip.
That's right, you two have met.
This is the first time today.
This is great fun. My kind of party.
A surprise party.
I mean, a spur of the moment. Sort of evening when you don't know where the excitement's coming from next.
You'll think of something.
I have. Too many drinks. Joke that goes wrong. A sudden outburst. But those are tired tricks. Not worthy of my opponent.
There's one trick I'd like explained. How did you get in here?
I'd tell you, Mac, but then you'd never buy a copy of my memoirs. But then you won't anyway. My apologies to you all. Very big day tomorrow. Good night. You all.
Some party last night. I slept the last one out at 2:30.
Is that what time it was?
That Bainbridge, you know the one that left early? Now, that's what I call a fun person.
Oh, yeah. A million laughs.
You're not many yourself today.
What was Bainbridge doing here last night?
First, you say good morning.
I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning.
What was he doing here?
Wasn't that weird? After running into him twice, Ray Brackett invited him.
Who?
Buyer for a big chain. She asked me if she could bring somebody.
How come he went home without her?
They came in separate cars. Ray's a night owl. Maybe he got tired.
Where did she meet him?
I don't know. Look, Max, she's a friendly soul, and I think he's rather charming.
He went for his lineup.
he went for mine. Matched leather suitcases. He ordered a set with his initials for my brochure.
I didn't know you were into retail business.
Only his very special favor.
Well, I hope he paid you up front.
Cash, as a matter of fact. He said he needed them for his business.
What business?
Don't you know?
No.
It's funny. I was sure he said you did.
Well, I don't. What else did you talk about?
What is this, a third degree? Will you stop being such a grouch and have breakfast with me? We owe it to Agatha.
A set of matched luggage?
Well, a killer would need a complete set. It's not like the old days when you could stuff a whole body into a steamer trunk.
Sergeant DiMaggio.
Sorry, I was just thinking out loud.
If he was planning to pack me in suitcases, would he order them with his initials?
He's got a lot of style.
You two are the most ghoulish.
And why did he go to all that trouble to be invited to my house?
Well, sir, maybe he was just trying to annoy you.
Well, if he was, it worked.
It sure did. Did you tell Ellen Mandrake about Bainbridge?
No, I don't want her to worry about me.
Ah, good morning, everybody. Oh, thank you, Maggie. Well, I've got something.
On Bainbridge?
No, sir.
Holes in the briefcase?
No, sir. The English professor Wayland. He's poor, isn't he?
Well, he said he can't even afford a gardener.
He can afford to buy a whole platoon of gardeners.
Oh, I think he's harmless.
Maybe, sir, but he's also rich. Not much money in the Berkeley account, but $300,000 in a San Francisco account and over $500,000 in securities.
He lied to us.
I think we'll have a little chat with him.
Don't forget the Howland building, Patterson's windows.
I know my schedule.
You're only upset because of Bainbridge. He's trying to kill you, Commissioner, not me. Yet.
Coming, Charlie?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Whalen, when I was here last, you led me to believe you were comparatively poor.
That's right.
You're a liar.
Mr. Whalen, would you like us to read to you your securities portfolio?
Why? Why conceal the fact that you could have easily hired somebody to kill me?
No. Commissioner, I didn't tell you about my fortune because of the way I acquired it.
Which was?
In strictest confidence?
Depends. Was it unlawful?
No. Just disgraceful. I am Louise Dunster Devon.
What? Commissioner, he wrote the Harry Hotspur novels.
Not only the Harry Hotspur, but the Duchess of Corsica books and the Pirates of the Indies series. Scores of books. Each one more execrable than the one before. And all wildly successful. Commissioner, I am an academician, an English teacher, a candidate for the presidency of the Alcott Society. What would happen to me if it became known that I wrote such lines as, her bosom heaved beneath its silken confinement?
Commissioner, you must have read The Duchess of Corsica. It was the Duchess, sir, who said, once a page, always a page. But once a night...
I get it, Sergeant.
Lieutenant, sir. I'm a lieutenant now.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrific. You've got no objection.
None at all.
Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to park too near the building.
Don't start up, Commissioner. We've got this all worked out.
He's right, Mac. We put his double seal through some stress tests.
Your engineer satisfied?
He just said that. Come on, can we wind this up? I've kept an important visitor waiting for 40 minutes.
I don't care if this takes 40 days. This is public safety.
You almost finished in here, Patterson? Mac, what are you doing here?
Go on with your meeting. I'd like to talk to this man. It's after 11. Where have you been keeping yourself? What the hell are you doing here?
Placing my banderillas.
This far west of Madrid?
Before the matador begins his cape work, the bull has to be enraged. broken down a bit by a series of thrusts with long darts. It's painful, maddening, but not fatal. You are maddened. Brave bull. Ole.
Perfect. I almost wrote the headlines myself. Crazed police commissioner attacks visitor. In front of witnesses.
You said it.
I suppose you know enough karate to throw me over the side in self-defense.
I might have.
Well, then why didn't you?
We haven't gotten to that yet. First the cape work, then the banderillas, then the picadors, then the muleta and the sword. Have patience, Mac. We're getting there.
Hi.
Hi.
Big wire?
No, I went to the theater with the competition.
Have any fun?
Well, if the product is as good as the people, I'll be in big trouble.
So you didn't notice any glasses this afternoon? I've been looking for them all evening.
No glasses. So that's why my dress escaped your attention.
Well, they're only for reading. I like the dress, especially how it's displayed.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Ellen. I've been lousy company this past week.
You haven't. I know there've been a lot of pressures.
Whatever they were, they'd be worse without you.
Commissioner, I know I agreed to change my weekend off because of your guest.
I appreciate
But
that.
I decided not to. Three's a crowd. You know what I mean? Bye.
Where were we?
I don't remember, but let's not start with square one again.
Excuse me. Why don't you make us another drink? How about square two? Hello?
Commissioner, this is Charlie.
What's up?
Well, I'm sorry to disturb you at this hour, sir. It's, well, we had a tale on Phillip Bainbridge tonight.
And?
Is Ellen Mandrake with you?
Yeah, why?
Can she hear you?
No.
Well, sir, Bainbridge went to the Schubert Theater tonight. He met Ellen Mandrake there. And, well, they walked down the aisle together and they sat in adjoining seats.
Are you suggesting she's an accomplice of his?
No, sir, I'm not suggesting anything.
Because it's out of the question. I don't know what went on at the theater, but the idea of her working with him's impossible.
Well, you know better than me, sir.
Good night.
Is that the right music for square two?
Ellen, at the theater tonight, was Phillip Bainbridge with you?
I started to tell you. Mackie was there.
But you were there with business friends. How could he?
I tried to tell you all of this. Mac, what is this about Bainbridge? Is this another third degree?
I have to get something straight. He was in your party?
No, he just happened to be there.
You didn't sit next to him?
Boy, your friends don't miss a trick, do they? Okay, I ran into him in the lobby. He said hello, I said hello. We walked in together. He had a single, the seat to the right of mine.
And your friends?
They sat to the left of me. Any more questions?
No, I think that's about it.
Good. Because if it's one thing that tires me out, it's sitting under the hot lights and being grilled. Good night.
Hello.
Hello, Mac. Phillip here. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Very.
Well, I won't keep you then. I just wanted you to know that it's time.
What?
We've done the banderillas and the muleta. It's time for the sword.
Say, didn't you tell me Philip Bainbridge has a lot of flowers in his hotel room?
Yeah, 2 dozen a day.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. Not one. Not a one. We've got him staked out at his hotel. And he ordered up a big lunch from room service, and one of our people took it up. And there were no flowers. I asked.
What's he doing now?
Having a big lunch. Oh, no, lunch. Look, I promised my mom, would you like to join us?
Oh, no, I have a couple of things to work out.
Well, you can work them out there. It's just going to be a quiet family lunch.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Get you some more vino, Commissioner?
Oh, no more. 2 dozen a day.
2 dozen a day.
Yeah. 2 dozen a day.
Is anything wrong, Commissioner?
No, Mrs. DiMaggio. Mrs. DiMaggio, I must apologize for not giving this splendid meal the attention it deserves. My mind has been elsewhere through no fault of any of yours. My cup is empty, but my gratitude overflows, and your generous hospitality will remain with me, and your son, too, I hope. I'm delighted to meet your wonderfully large family.
It's too bad. Most of them had to miss it. You know, it's a nice weekend, and everybody goes away.
There's more?
Oh, yes.
Where did you get this cup?
I liberated them from the city.
But don't you see the leaks?
That's it. That's the answer.
What? The Bainbridge's flowers?
No. Get the car. Mrs. DiMaggio, may I use your telephone?
Anytime, please.
Mr. Patterson, Sergeant DiMaggio.
No relation.
This had better be good.
Here's good. I'm going to tell you how you did it.
Did what?
Sent a corpse into the bay while you were on the other side of town.
You still on that?
Ice. You packed Mulvaney's briefcase with ice, probably from that bar. You leaned the briefcase against the brake pedal. Mulvaney was already dead behind the wheel. Plenty of time for you to get back here to build up your alibi. The ice melts, the brake pedal releases, and the car goes. By the time the car is fished out, the water has already melted the last of the ice. No evidence, except for 4 little holes in the bottom of the briefcase to let the water run out. You know, every time I accuse you of murder, you offer me wine. May I? But how do I open it? You see, I really need the corkscrew. Not just to open the bottle, but spectroscopic examination can usually match the holes to the instrument. DiMaggio.
Yes, sir.
The book.
Yes, sir. So you figure he hired Bainbridge?
I figured it out. He does his own killing.
Well, yes, sir, I know, but you're kind of special, sir. I mean, the police commissioner, you know. Hey, can spectroscopic examination really tell?
Ellen,
Mac,
I'm
I want
sorry
to
about this.
apologize.
Look,
Is that champagne?
champagne, since it's your last night. And I nailed a murder today. Oh, no more shop talk.
Good. Oh, it's chilled. I'll get the glasses.
Good. And I'll put on a record. Oh, no, I won't.
Mac, I've got it. Ice. Fill the briefcase with ice. Put it on the foot brake. It melts. The holes are so small.
I know. Killer's in jail.
Good. I'd hate to have the solution die with you. Would you put these down, please? Anywhere will do.
After all that planning, come in here and start blasting.
No. It's going to be just as I said. Self-defense.
You lost me.
You went mad when your girl left you. For me.
My girl? What girl?
Her, Ellen Mandrake.
She's not my girl.
She's been staying here.
Doesn't mean anything.
Who would be more vulnerable than a widower of barely a year? Naturally, a man in your position has to be discreet.
Mac, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't even know him.
Bear with me a moment. It's a lovely story. I'd like you to savor it with me, Mac.
If only briefly.
Very good. There's a similar chaos in my hotel room. You came there a little while ago to drag the errant Ellen back here. We fought.
Did we?
Oh, yes. The scrap started when you found her nightgown there.
And I blamed Agatha. Oh, and during the fight, did I lose a pair of glasses?
And some people say cops are dumb. But let me continue. I followed the two of you back here. I told Ellen she had to choose between us. She chose me. You, Mac, went berserk, as you almost did on the
terrace of the Holland building.
With 4 witnesses. Frankly, Mac, this whole business has unhinged you. Sending policemen to spy on me with the lame story that I told you I was going to kill you. Unbelievable. But if you were losing your girl, only a year after losing your...
What about the party? You brought another woman here.
Well, it's a cover-up, naturally. I don't escort your girl to your place. And when you sensed what was going on, you sent me home. Just when the party was beginning. Poor sportsmanship, Mac. Quite unlike you. A small point. I took Ellen to the theater.
I didn't go.
We came together, we sat together, we left together.
What about the tickets?
They were bought separately indeed. And if it comes out, people will say, how sly of them to have arranged it. Then there's the matter of the flowers that I sent to Ellen. I must have been deeply smitten. 2 dozen a day.
And out of season.
I didn't get them.
No, but there were 2 dozen in the trash here every morning. The sanitation men may remember.
You put them there.
Of course. In any case, those will survive. And the florist's records will show. And the cards, of course. 5 of them. Each more amorous than the last. 4 to go in your purse. The 5th is in the box. And your gift to me, how generous.
Matched luggage. Initialed.
He paid.
And he paid cash.
That I did. But now it's time to move on to the last act of our little drama. I arrive. Ellen chooses. Mac, half crazed, threatens me with his police 38. Have you noticed this is yours?
Is it?
Come on, Mac. You knew that. That's why you so calmly led me through my story. I found it in your bedside drawer.
An obvious place.
The obvious place, which set off an alarm in my intelligence center. I'm sorry, Mac. I took out the blanks you were kind enough to provide and loaded it with the real article. But I digress. We struggle for the gun. A shot goes wild. It kills Ellen. I'm sorry, Ellen. But as Mac put it, you can't make a souffle without breaking eggs. The second shot kills you, Mac. Deeply shaken, I called the police. What do you think?
Needs work.
Oh, there is an element of risk. But then without the risk, where's the excitement? Mac, it's been a pleasure. I've never played against a worthier opponent. You haven't even asked me who my employer is.
You already told me.
Did I? Well, then. Goodbye, Ellen.
He can get some rest. We'll call the police later.
Now can we have the champagne?
Sorry.
Mac,
You all right?
would you please explain?
When I put the blanks in the gun, I ground down the firing pin. When you're playing games,
You better plan to be more than one move ahead.
square three?
Oh, yes.
Marietta Galway, Sergeant DiMaggio.
No relation.
Matt.
Sergeant.
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak.
Stuart Mcmillan, really?
Why did you hire Phillip Bainbridge to kill me?
Whatever gave you such an absurd notion?
From him, less than an hour ago. He reminded me that I once said you had to break eggs to make a souffle. Now, that's a bad line, I admit, but that's how I remember it. I said it once, only once at your meeting. Now, you and I are the only ones who knew I was substituting for the mayor. Only you could have tipped Bainbridge to be there to put the finger on me.
Why would I do such a...
I checked with the Commissioner of Deeds, Marietta. All that land around the old marketplace is yours. You stood to lose a small fortune if my proposals for the police station went through.
Well, certainly I owned all that land around there. I put every dime I had into it 15 years ago. Everybody said I was a fool. Do you know how much that land is worth now?
$2 million.
Try 5. Do you have any idea what that means?
Yes, having me killed. DiMaggio's late.
Mac. Thank you. The week ended perfectly.
You mean with our little visit from Bainbridge?
No.
You know, you've got a lot of guts. I mean, you didn't even act scared when he pointed a gun at you.
Mac, I've known you a while.
Oh.
I figured you had to be one jump ahead of him, and you were.
Here he comes. There he goes. And there's the car.
Well, apparently it was left behind headquarters, and it was teenagers, according to witnesses. And they left you a note on the dash.
Dear Mcmillan, the city issued you a lulman.
Lemon.
So we squared the head, ground the valves, and shortened the stroke. Now she ought to
Whoa, ho, hey, wait! Ho,
do 60.
wait, come back here!
Yeah, she should do 60. He'll be back. It'll take a while. So, with our compliments, enjoy yourself. P.S. There might be some slack in the emergency brake. Want a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Sure you don't want a martini?
I'm sure.
Agatha!